Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
He's such a little baby that he's thrown 250 years of democracy out the window.
Who is that?
Larry David.
Okay.
When you can irritate Larry David more than he's normally irritated, you are irritating. Donald Trump is irritating.
Chris Walls was able to book Larry David.
Yeah, you went on to say.
It's so crazy. He's such a sociopath. He's so insane. He just couldn't admit to losing. And we know he lost. He knows he lost. And look how he's fooled everybody. He's convinced all these people that he didn't lose. He's such a sick man. He's so sick. Anyway, no, it hasn't impacted me at all.
Now I need to hear Susie Essman go off on Donald Trump. I just need a colon blow of F-bombs, etc. All right, hey, it's like cattywampus Thursday. We got our Monday and our Wednesday and our Thursday.
Yes.
It is Carl Frisch, Dr. Doom, Malcolm Nance, Rude Pundit.
I know.
It's because I know.
It's a thing.
Try to carry on with your life.
Everybody's going to be very confused.
And so people who only listen in the 8 o'clock hour will probably be hearing Rude Pundit for the first time.
Right. Don't go to your
Thursday,
Monday or Wednesday appointments by accident.
Right. Yeah.
It's not our fault.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but good because we have a lot to talk about. Okay. So Joe Lieberman has passed. You do not want me to play Julie Brown saying Joe Lieberman douche because that was from our show. But that was in our. First of all, in fairness, I have the decency to feel bad about it, and also, secondly, it was during the ACA debate, and
I have it queued up if you want to hear it.
No, it's.
I'm going to play it.
I noticed nobody was really talking about him yesterday. I was like, I saw it, and then watching MSNBC, there was nobody talking about it.
This morning they covered it a lot.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
They covered it a lot.
It was on Morning Joe a lot. But,
Yeah, apparently Morning Joe was really good friends with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes some sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and that being said, I think he was obviously a decent man. I think the thing that's what really irritated me the most, in the final chapter is the no labels.
He founded no labels.
For such a deeply decent man, and he is. I profoundly disagreed with him on a lot of things. Obviously, the Iraq War, public option for the Affordable Care Act. I mean, he's the sole reason we don't have a public option, unfortunately. But with the no labels thing, for such a thoroughly decent man to not totally get the danger and thorough indecency of Donald Trump by being behind this no labels, which is a both sides do it, which the point is going to be to reelect Donald Trump.
Exactly.
That's what the point. It's backed by mostly Republican money that want to see Trump get back in. So that's why it's just again, I know you're not supposed to speak ill of, but you can't. But you can't say, oh, I mean, a lot of people on Twitter, and it doesn't mean to be, I do think he was a decent guy.
Yes.
In the vein of John McCain and whatever, and so I think they're already talking.
Actually,
about
John
Donald
McCain
Trump.
saved the ACA.
I think they're both talking about Lindsey Graham now.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he had his positions and he stuck to them.
Yeah.
He definitely had principles.
He didn't waffle, and you have to,
Yeah, Lauren on
admire
Twitter
that.
said he single-handedly held Obamacare hostage, succeeding in eliminating a public option, thereby making insurance companies very happy, enriching himself through his healthcare lobbyist wife, through denying millions of Americans better healthcare options. That was a big deal at the time for all of us that were talking about it, and and also the Iraq War. But that being said, again, to not understand, you would think of anybody, particularly he would understand the threat of fascism, of Nazism that Donald Trump is literally, ushering in. I mean, that's no labels is exactly the wrong reaction to that threat.
And Chris Christie turned it down as of yesterday. He turned down the invite to be their nominee.
Yeah.
So that good on Chris Christie.
Chris Christie, again, well, there's very few Republicans I've poked in the chest. But anyway, he also, obviously we disagree with him on a lot of things, but I think he understands the threat, and he's been outspoken about it.
And Chris Christie, where he stands, and he's not, he's not going to go back on it.
Right.
That's principle.
If NBC hires Liz Cheney or whatever, trust me, we're going to go back to disagreeing with everything she
Yes.
says,
Right.
except about the threat to our democracy
Of course.
and January 6th. I love it. Elon Musk, what a
douche.
By the way, lots of people spit lots of things on their computer when. Who said? Oh, it was Bob Seska that said, about RFK Jr.'s running mate, Elon Musk, that ended her marriage. He said it was like the water mozzarella, the mozzarella.
Mozzarella comes in the brine.
Yeah. And that made a lot of people drive off the road and spit things up. It was very funny. It is true. If you've seen him in the bathing suit,
he's built like a shmoo.
Yes. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, by the way, we got some. Can I have some correction music? Yeah, because we have said that Maria Bartiromo looks like a flounder because her eyes are. They're very far apart. They're very far. Somebody corrected us and said flounder's eyes are close together, and it's a puffer fish.
Oh yes,
whose eyes are.
True.
Later in life, their eyes move over to the other side of their head.
Who
but
does?
Earlier in life, the flounder has eyes on both sides.
Okay. Well, and also I made an error in that I said she doesn't need a rear view mirror, and I meant the side mirrors, not the rear view mirror, the side mirrors, because
she can
her eyes
see.
are
where objects are larger
Yeah.
than they appear.
Yes,
Okay.
and also Chris, even Chris Christie. Hey, come on.
Hey.
Hey.
What
you
did-
brought him up.
What did it sound like when you poked him in the chest?
Sploosh. I got right in between the moobs.
Ew.
Oh, because he said we don't send former presidents to jail, and I said, well, this one's going. Well, that argument is still outstanding, but we shall see.
Oh, I think he agrees with you
I'm
now.
sorry. I wasn't done yet. Hang on.
Okay.
Also, I mentioned yesterday that Ronna McDaniel has I'm sorry, but an unusually large mouth. I don't know what, and maybe I will make the wrong fish reference, but I'm going to say wide mouth bass.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's really.
Like a catfish. She
That's
might
probably,
even have whiskers.
yeah,
like
that's
that.
probably why
go.
she fell for everything Trump is
Yeah.
it's selling, because it's hard not to, because it's just like a Mr. Limpet mouth almost. I mean, it's huge. Check it out.
She might sing "Take Me to the River."
That's in my theme song, is the most easily owned lib in
Yes,
America.
that is your
Does
lib.
not take much to own me.
That is very, very true.
Okay. So the aforementioned water mozzarella. Oh, I think one of the executives whose idea at NBC it was to hire her got fired. So that's
No.
one of
That was a joke.
Yeah.
That was a 30 Rock joke.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was.
Jack Donaghy was fired.
Alec Baldwin's
Yes.
character.
Yes.
I didn't see that show much. Oh,
It was a. It
That was a
30
very
Rock
funny show.
I saw parts of it. I just didn't watch it as a
It's
series.
one of the funniest shows ever made.
No, I
was
know.
brilliant.
I know. It's great. I love
Yeah.
TFA.
Right.
No, Elon Musk, the mozzarella.
The shmoo.
Shmoo.
The white blob.
He tweeted, NBC just hired and immediately fired Ronna McDaniel because the team refused to let even one Republican join them. That's how biased they are. And everyone immediately is like, are you kidding me? Nicole Wallace,
I know, everybody.
Michael Steele, Joe Scarborough, and Charlie Sykes, David Jolly, on and on and on. They have a ton. What is he talking about? And then someone said, oh, really? How long did Don Lemon last with you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was our friend Brian Carroll. Nice one. Good one.
He's
Thank
good.
you. I need to Google wide mouth bass, because do they actually have? I
do have wide
I assume
mouths.
they are so named because
Well, they don't have narrow mouths. Because then it would be a narrow mouth bass.
she just, when I watched her in her one, was it Meet the Press? Her one appearance, I was just like, holy cow, that's like Halloween wax lips. It's something.
It's like a
Yeah.
Picasso painting.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
For the clarification. Okay, so we apologize posthumously and it's not our fault. I'm going to blame it on Julie Brown.
Oh,
What?
Now you're going to play it.
okay.
Joe Lieberman, douche.
I didn't do
Julie,
it. I didn't do
Julie,
it.
Julie, tragedy plus
she
time.
made me do it.
Tragedy plus time. That was about the public option. It was a long time ago. God, Julie, move on. Okay, I apologize. It's just
No, you don't.
No,
You
I'm
do
just
not.
saying, you can go, okay, the Iraq War, but it's just there were very significant things we disagreed than the public option. But no labels to me is the worst, because he of all people, he didn't recognize the threat that Donald
I know, of
Trump.
all people.
Yes, thank you. Okay, all right, I've made myself dizzy. Okay, so we have a lot of show.
We do.
We got a lot of show. Oh, by the way, if you thought I hated Vladimir Putin yesterday, oh my God.
Oh my
What was the story this morning? They are going to meddle in everything.
They
He is
already
such
are.
a source of evil in this world. It's not just, Ukraine, which we will talk to Dr. Redlener about today, and Malcolm Nance, but they were the ones pushing all the Kate Middleton bullying and stuff, because they said that's in any country that is not an out, like Great Britain, they just want to cause chaos and division and undermine, the crown and the media. And it's the same thing they're doing here.
They see tiny
about
little,
the Middle East, they see any fissure.
Tiny little area of division, and they pick at that scab until it's an open wound.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah, and I hope people feel bad that jumped onto the bullying with Kate Middleton, because it's just...
I was on team I don't give a...
Yeah, I was too.
Well, she has the cancer, so,
Well, now, yes, I really hope she makes a great recovery for her and her family's
She's
sake.
so young, too.
Yes.
I mean, it's scary.
Yeah. No, you're right, Chris. I'm on the team of I thought we won a war, so we don't have to care whatever's going on over... Because normally it's just gossip and somehow Meghan Markle's to blame, and so I just sort of tuned it out.
We fought a war to get away from
but I do wish her well.
Absolutely,
that is very
being,
sad.
And her father-in-law also is struggling with cancer, so there's that.
Yeah,
also has.
She's got 3 little kids, and
Yeah, I mean it's scary.
Yeah,
it's scary.
Okay, but my point is, Vladimir Putin is and always remains a bastard person.
He is.
It was some other story I'm thinking of that this is how, because we keep saying, how do we get so many conspiracy theorists and everybody's bat crazy? Russia has a lot lot to do with that, and they're going to be there. Basically, the story was they're going to turn it up to 11 for this election to get Donald Trump in, because it plays the bridge. How horrible! We've got these 6 families grieving, and all these idiots trying to find some crazier conspiracy theory to blame President Biden.
Well, Putin, when he was with the KGB, was a master of psychological operations.
Yeah.
He knew how to get into people's brains and work his way around them.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's doing with conspiracy theories on the internet.
Thank you. The story this morning was that they are going to actively support any candidates that are against, of course, funding Ukraine or getting out of NATO, or that are for getting out of NATO. So he's going to have his dirty little fingers all up our ass in this election. It's incumbent on us to be aware of it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sure Malcolm Nance has no thoughts on that.
No, he has no thoughts.
We'll ask him anyway. And Dr. Redlener.
Yes. I didn't get any sound bites to trigger either one of them either.
Oh, you're a good girl.
I got so many.
You're pretty.
I got so many.
I like you.